Hello and welcome to Spoken Sins. My name is Mr. Anderson and I am the voice of Written Sins. And today I'm ecstatic to have a returning guest with us. Go ahead, guest, and introduce yourself to the audience.
Hey, Rob, and hey, everybody. My name is Caleb Thusat. I'm the writer and creator of Alter Life and Zed, the first of which I am currently running a Kickstarter for on the third issue of Alter Life.
So how is the third issue going as far as on the Kickstarter right now? How's the momentum been?
It's been a little bit frustrating. People don't realize that you have to work so hard even after you've done this a number of times. It doesn't just come with the territory. So I had a huge first week and we were like way over 50% funded. And then it kind of tapered off as it tends to do. But I was hoping that it would keep rising more steadily. And finally, with the help of some generous people this week, we finally boosted up and above, and now we are 100% funded. So pretty exciting. We still have a day and a half to raise as much as we can to kind of knock off the amount that we need to do the next issue, which that's really where I'm hoping to put the rest of the money. I'm not going to really create stretch goals or add-ons or any goofy stuff. I want fans and readers to get the next chapter instead of all the extra little things. So
Now, I know that your artist was on the actual Twitch, but I think she's actually done. I think we're hitting at the very end.
Yeah, I was hoping we would get on here while she was finishing it up. But she did, in fact, finish the poster probably about 5 minutes ago. So we just missed that. But she sent me a little rough image, like a little image file of it. I sent that over to you. I don't know if there's a way for you to pull it up, but it's going to be pretty sweet. I'm excited to have that. That was just something that she randomly reached out to me and was like, hey, let's throw this in for a bonus. Yeah, there you go. Let's throw this in for a little bonus for backers if they want to up their pledges towards the end. So I'm making it just a $10 thing. And if anybody is getting the print, any sort of shipped item to them from our rewards, if they add $10, they get a 8x12 printed version of this, and I am going to have them sent to Katrina and she's going to sign them. So it'll be a cool little treat. Something we don't normally do, but since she offered and she had time on her way to San Diego Comic-Con, we wanted to add something special. So,
well, I'll tell you this: Jax is here with me today in our little office that we have in the house, and he's digging the picture. He's just staring at it. He like, yeah, hear him. He like, Jax. It does look crazy. You had me at just add $10, get something cool. That was it for me. The minute I heard that, I was in.
Yeah. Well, it's a fun way to help us boost our numbers and not really ask for a lot more from people to help get that thing higher. And, this was going in thinking, we need $10 to $15 from every backer would have pushed us over our goal had that generous one backer not stepped in and saved the day last night, which was pretty awesome. But you can never tell with Kickstarter how it's going to go. And the last 60 hours are always a freaking roller coaster ride. So there's always something crazy that happens, it seems. And that this time it was someone that was extremely generous. I don't even know them. They haven't backed any of the other issues so far. They just found this and they believe in what we're doing, and I believe that we're doing something special with this series. So they dove in and said, hey, I'm just gonna make you hit your goal, and then you can go from there. So,
well, that's awesome, because now we can talk about the stretch goals. What's on board for stretch goals?
Well, I don't really have much for stretch goals. The one thing we were gonna do if we can hit 5,250. Katrina is actually going to design a second of those posters, which you would then get the option to choose between the two. But honestly, I know people like some stuff, but I think it's more about making the comic books. So I want any of this extra money to go to knocking down what we need for issue 4. So I mean, if we raise 500 more bucks, that makes it so we only need 4,500 bucks for the next one. Or I mean, any amount that we can raise at this point is going to make it easier for everybody to get that next chapter, which I will again be running back to back from this one. So pretty much as soon as you get issue 3 in your hands, like a week, maybe 2 at the most, the later issue 4 will be on Kickstarter. So.
Oh, I completely agree with you on that. I'm horrible with stretch goals. Everyone's like, why don't you do stretch goals? I'm like, because it's not about stretch goals to me. It's about, I ask for a certain amount of money, and then once I get that, I'm kind of happy. And I just, anything like you said, it goes into the next process, or it goes into more of what you're doing. I think when you start making alternate covers and you start doing other things as stretch goals, it takes you out of the bracket where you're at. And I've seen a lot of creators who are friends of mine have problems after that, making the money last.
I think it's better to build the fun stuff into your actual campaign anyway. This time I put add-ons. If you want them, you can throw money in to get them. If you don't. I didn't even make them part of the rewards technically. So there's a couple of rewards that you can get, that all of them at a discounted rate, but I don't know. To me, when you come to these things, you're not necessarily looking for a button or a sticker or any of that. Some of that stuff's cool, but and yeah, we've designed some cool stuff that we'll produce and we'll have on hand for conventions and stuff too. But I think people are here to read the book, and I think they would rather that extra $10, $15, $20 go to paying an artist than to making a button. So
I completely agree with you on that. And I think that because I cover a lot of these, and I think the 3 biggest things that people make mistake of is having too much stuff, because a lot of them complain. They don't take into account shipping, which happens a lot. A lot of people get hurt by that. And the third thing is, like, they'll offer a T-shirt and then go out to print a T-shirt and realize that a T-shirt's more expensive than what they asked for on their Kickstarter.
You got to put in your research, man, before you build these things, because my first one, I took a hit on international shipping, and ever since then, I just play it where the international shipping is higher. And if you don't like it, I'm sorry, but that's just, the U.S. Postal Service sucks and charges a lot of money for sending stuff overseas. So,
you know what burns me? They charge a lot for Canada too, and that's not cool.
Yeah, I find that if you can, I don't know if what you did for shipping, but I get media mail. As long as you run flats, if you can get everything in a flat cardboard envelope, your shipping is going to remain really low as it can be, even internationally. But even then, like, shipping to the UK is still between $12 and $15 for a package, which is ridiculous.
But, well, what killed me was the T-shirts. When we did T-shirts for our campaign,
yeah,
Canada, that hurt. That, because you couldn't get away with the media mail.
Yeah,
I kind of used Amazon for the first book because we had printer issues, so I didn't pay for any shipping at all on the first book for Amazon. But I paid more per unit. But I didn't want to deliver late. It became paramount. I got to give you credit. You don't deliver late. Like, you're always right when it's expected. I've never heard of an issue with you delivering. So you're always ready to go, and I give you credit for that.
Well, at this point, I've figured out the right companies for me to use. There's certain printers that are small press printers that if you're printing under 500 copies, you can get it in a few days versus waiting a month for it. Or you learn the tricks after you do this a few times. And I like to take pride in the fact that I was able to basically ship issue 2 and like within 7 days be pushing launch on the next issue, and at the same time people were getting their packages like in the mail, which is awesome because nothing like running a Kickstarter and having people posting, hey, look what I got in the mail yesterday, all at the same time. So that was my hope, and it worked out that way, so it's pretty sweet.
Well, speaking of that being fantastic, how is being a father? We talked a little bit about this in the show, and those who don't know, you just became a father recently.
I did. Going about 2.5 weeks now. On Saturday, it'll be 3 weeks. It is awesome. It is exhausting. It was both an amazing thing to have a Kickstarter at the same time and an awful thing to have a Kickstarter at the same time. And the funny thing is, like, I could have planned it around that, but I just went with it because I'm not slowing down the progress. And, you figure no matter what you are doing in life, when you have that kid in front of you, you figure it out. And it's been an awesome experience so far. And I can't wait to be able to, take him to conventions and stuff. Speaking of, with your project, talking about, having your son come to all these conventions and things with you. I'm really excited about all the future prospects with working in comics and having a son along for the ride. It's going to be great. So,
it's definitely awesome. As Jax is actually in my hand right now, watching us do this. Actually, I'll post a picture later if I can grab one of him. He gets in. He likes being part of this. Like they wind up getting interested in the things you're interested in, whether you mean to or not. And he's playing with the mic now, and he's watching. He's calm as can be. He's a 2-year-old, and he's very calm because he's used to this kind of life. So it's an amazing thing, man. You're in for a wild, wonderful ride as they get older.
Awesome.
And he already talks back to me.
I feel like my son already talks back to me, even though he doesn't have words. So
baby language on you.
Exactly.
Well, it was wonderful having you on, as always. We're going to head out because he's getting hungry. But before we go, tell the audience who's tuning in, who've never met you, you're the guy who accepted failure, came back strong, and you hit a home run with this one again. You did great. I'm proud of you. Tell them why Alter Life is awesome. And feel free to use my Quantum Leap Groundhog's Day.
It's funny that you say that, because whenever people read this story, the first thing they say is, oh, it's got the Quantum Leap quality to it. Definitely is the first thing. I think this book is unique in a sense that I pull from a lot of things that I love, but I have built something that people can all relate to. It's a story about a regular guy who's thrown into extreme circumstances and trying to figure out this mystery that is basically controlling his every move. And I'm really excited to get this 3rd issue out because it's going to be the eye opener for everyone.
It's the moment, right, where everything changes.
It is. I basically am telling everyone this is the Matrix moment, right? Like where you're that cord is pulled and you're like, holy shit, what is happening? And it's going to change everything that you think has happened so far. You're going to go back and you're going to read issues 1 and 2 again with this new perspective in mind. And it's just a great moment that will lead us into the climactic ending of this series. And I can't wait to see everybody's reaction. I'm a little scared. I'm a little excited. You can't tell if with all these fans what their expectations are. But I feel like I've created something that has a unique visual style with Katrina as the artist, and that's something that everyone is going to get something out of. It makes you think. It's going to be an emotional ride towards the end. And I mean, it's just a beautiful comic book. And if I wasn't making it and I saw it, I don't like to, I don't want to brag, but I mean, if I saw this comic book on Kickstarter and I wasn't a creator, I would be throwing my money at it, because this is the kind of story that I love. It's a science fiction fantasy that makes you question your existence and question your choices in life and who you are. And I think those are some of the greatest stories that are out there.
I completely agree with you. And I think the fact that you would buy it says a lot, because I think there are a lot of creators out there creating something because they think there's a market, and you didn't do that. You created something that you wanted to see out there that was missing, and credit to you for that. And it is a wonderful story and wonderful art behind it.
Thanks, Rob.
And as always, I'm a huge fan. I tell everyone, I've been saying it since this came out. This is the story to be behind, and this is the issue to get right now, because I know there's something big coming. I can see it, and I can't wait to see what the twist is. And as always, it's great having you on the show. I'm going to go feed the little monster, Jax.
All right, buddy.
All right. You enjoy being a dad, and congratulations on hitting the goal. That's from hard work, man. Congratulations.
Thank you for all the support, Rob. You know that you brought me backers too, and I'm happy to support everything that you're doing and are going to do in the future. So yeah, this is how it works. We help each other out. So
exactly. And I couldn't promote something if it wasn't wonderful like you made it. So as always, credit to you for what you've done. And it takes a lot of work, and I know you put it in. So I'm always happy to support creators like you. It makes my job fun.
Thank you.
All right. You have a great day. We're out of here. Talk to you later, YouTube.